Hi guys, this is Nin and this is my video response to the Wild Orchid Crafts design team call. I have two projects to show you, and this very first one is a beach chest that I got from a discount store. So I had to purchase it and I wanted to alter it. So what I did was, the look that I wanted was for the chest to be like it was pulled out from the sand and still had water droplets on it. So what I did was, to recreate the sand, I used some stickles. As you can see here, it's got some grainy effects on it. So what the stickles that I used was antique linen and the scattered straws, and I mixed those two colors together to recreate the look of sand. So I did that look to all three sides of the box because we won't see the back. I also put some on the boat, some on the seashells, some more stickles on the ropes and the netting. So if you look closer, as you can see, some little grainy effects, so that's the effect that I wanted. Okay, now with the flowers, because typically on the beach you won't see any roses, so I try not to use any roses. So what I did was, I went ahead and made some frangipani. So there's that flower there, as you can see there. So I went ahead, because I didn't have any 5-petal flowers or flower petals, I had to improvise. And so I pulled a cherry blossom apart. See how it's got two layers? I pulled that bottom layer apart. I cut them out into individual pieces using a little circle punch out just from a normal hole punch. I first of all curled the petals and then I glued them together, overlapping them. Also, I used some distress inks to colour the middle, which is yellow, and the side, which is blue, because my box is bluish. So that's how I made my frangipani. As for the leaves, I was looking at the leaves, and as you can see, they're kind of rounded at the end, so I used a leaf punch out and I rounded the end of the leaf. I then used a stylus and went ahead and put some veins on it, and then I used some brown ink and just inked it up around the edges and along the veins to make it more realistic. As you can see, there you go. Okay, with the water drops I also used some glossy accents, and I just put them all over the place, little dots here and there to make it look as if it just got pulled out of the sea. So as you can see, and here's what I did with the remainder of those cherry blossoms, these single ones. There you go. They still look like cherry blossoms, so they were quite useful, so I reused them and I put them there. I made a little bouquet of 4 of them. I used some more of those frangipanis I made and some leaves to cover up the stems. And with these little pearly thingies, I used this flower, which is called, sorry if I pronounce it wrong, gypsophilia flowers. So I cut out these little pearls from them. I also used these flowers on the side as well, because they look like those little wild tiny miniature daisies that you see along the beach on the grass. I also used some sweetheart blossoms here just to cover up the stems, and I used some more sweetheart blossoms on the side. So I just twirled all their stems together to make that chain look, and then I used some grass from the mixed leaves pack. So that was meant to recreate seaweed, which it didn't turn out so well, but it's good enough for me. So there you go. So that's my box. There you go. And then here's my second project. It's a shadow box, and it's quite large, so I'm not sure if it will fit in the camera frame. So if I just move the camera up a bit. Oops. Sorry, I can't get it into frame, so I'm just going to have to do bit by bit, so please excuse me. I'll start off with the bottom corner here. As you can see there. So for this photo shadow box, I used that paper was from the Die Cuts with a View Mariposa stack, so I used that green paper there with a little birdie. And then I came across this paper from Meg's Garden that I had in my stash, and I found these little cute birdies, so I thought they'll go well. So I just detail cut out this whole piece here, as you can see here, and I put it on just one thin layer of foam to give it a little bit more dimension. But as you can see, it's already stuck to the frame itself, so you can't really see it. And that little flourish here, that's from a magnolia doohickey die. So that's that corner. Over here, oops, sorry. As you can see, this damask paper was from the Kaiser Craft Chapter 1 collection, and in the corner, which is the reverse side of it, I've used the underside of the frame too, just to cover it up. But what I did with the frame was I painted all the edges gold, just in case any the paper that I used didn't cover it all. So as you can see here, it kind of shows through. So that's what happened there. That one, so these little flourishes, or leaves, whatever you want to call them, that's from the doohickey dies too. I used a large purple gardenia here, and I glimmer mist it. I'm not sure if you can see it. Yeah, but anyways, there's some shine to it. And that one is a large curly rose. That one's a purple, two-tone purple cottage rose. That one's a really light baby pink, one of these 1-inch wild roses. And then I used some tulips and some purple hip rosebud. Sorry, there you go. Purple hip rosebuds and some of these stemmy flowers again, that just so filial flowers. Okay, and that's that corner. Sorry, my camera will be a bit shaky because I'm actually bringing up the top. So as you can see here, this corner here, that paper line is still from that Meg's Garden one. I used 2 layers of foam tape to give a dimension, as you can see here. So that means when I put my photo mat, it will go under there. I made some charms, as you can see here, which is stuck. So these were from some earrings that I had at home. So I just cut them out and used them as charms. You see some teardrops. They made some nice bling. Those flourishes there, they were from the same doohickey dies. I used some leaves, these purple ones from the mixed leaves pack I showed you before. For the big, that's a big trellis rose, so that's the 40mm one. And I used some small one, 35mm cream one, and then some champagne and cream cottage rose. And with these, there's some little rosette trim I had at home, so I just cut them up. That's a 10mm open rose. That's one of the pink hip rosebuds, and some more of these Gisophilia flowers, whatever you want to call them. And then I need some fern leaves there. I also cut out some lace trims, so these lace leaves, so I just add them as fillers to the sides of them. And I curled some of the stems here, just to make it look a bit prettier. So I did the same here as well, and used those 10mm baby rose, open roses, and some hip rosebuds too. With the chain, as you can see here, I had them in my stash, so I thought I'd just use them and glue them on. And these little pearls, as you can see here, some pearls and crystal beads. I just use my pliers and just twirl them into the chain. Okay, so over here, as you can see, I've got this tassel, this ribbon type tassel. I just found them, it's from a necklace that I found at a store, so I thought that would go well with the project. So I cut that out and I used it there. Okay, so I used one of the large, I think 40mm curly rose there. Some more of that little Gisophilia flower. And then I use that's the dye, doohickey dye. Then I use some red open roses there. Some more tiny 10mm one and some 4mm rosebuds there. And then as you can see, because I put the wires all together and used a little ribbon just to tie them together, and the tassel will pretty much cover it up. So there you go. So that's my project, and I'll try to fit it into the frame here. Here you go. Sorry about all this shakiness and stuff. So thanks for watching, and thanks for giving us the opportunity to enter your design team. Thank you. Bye.